What's up, YouTube? So I am back with my 3-week tea update. I'm gonna go over some of the things that have changed, some of the things I expected, some of the things I didn't expect. I'm gonna kind of do this, there's no particular order, but just kind of things that I've noticed. So first things first, my face. I've had flawless skin for as long as I can remember. When I went through puberty, I didn't have any acne problems or anything like that. My face is oily. Pimples. I woke up about a week ago and had like 4 pimples in random different spots on my face. So that's definitely something that I had heard was gonna happen. I didn't really think it through at first. I was like, oh, I've had great skin my entire life. Like, no, I'm not gonna have to worry about acne. But it's coming and it's already started. Like I said, I didn't have it as a teenager or anything like that. But what I didn't think of is my sisters and I, everybody's had flawless skin. No pimples, acne, even through puberty. But my brothers, on the other hand, my mom's sons, had horrible acne through puberty. So, I mean, maybe I should have expected, but I definitely was not thinking it was going to come this quick. No other really changes on my face. My body, I really haven't. My arms have gotten a little hairier, but I've always been hairy, so it's not anything, you know, crazy or even noticeable yet. I have noticed 2 little itty bitty hairs on my face. I have one kind of in the soul patch area, 1 or 2 there, 1 on the side. Nothing super noticeable, but I noticed it. But to be for real, I can't say they weren't there before I started. I've just noticed them since then. And 1 or 2 other people noticed them, but they were looking, you know, for them when they noticed them. So nothing major. No changes in my voice yet. I do have kind of that froggy feeling in my throat. I constantly feel like I need to clear my throat. But no changes voice wise yet. Yeah, and so only other body change. Now this is gonna be a little graphic, so if you have any, you know, issues with discussing the bottom area, then, you know, I'm gonna give you a couple seconds, turn the video off or skip through it. But we're back now. So bottom growth. Okay, so listen, I knew bottom growth was gonna happen, or was a possibility for it to happen, but I didn't expect it to start as soon as it did and be as noticeable as it is. I noticed it, you know, just from, you know, it felt a little different. Wiping felt a little different. And I was like, okay, you know, but maybe I'm tripping, you know. Maybe I know, or I'm expecting it, or I want it to happen. So maybe I'm, you know, over exaggerating. But that's not the case. It's definitely growing. And it's extremely sensitive. Like, you know, you can look at it or think, my wife can like think about looking at it or be like, oh, I'm thinking about blowing on it. And I'm like, oh, you know, okay, you know, I'm excited and, you know, it's over now, you know. So yeah, I've had, not like substantial to the point, I mean, it's definitely substantial. I had mentioned it and she's gonna kill me when she sees this video, so I apologize in advance, honey, when you're watching this. So I had mentioned to my wife a few days ago, I said, babe, there's been some changes down there and we really haven't been able to be active in the like past 2 weeks because of work schedules and cycles and things like that. So it wasn't, you know, we hadn't really been fooling around for, you know, the first 2 weeks I was, you know, started my tea or whatever. So I mentioned to her like 2 days ago and I was like, babe, like, you know, there's some changes going on. And she was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna have to take a look and see, because she feels like I'm exaggerating, because, you know, I was ready for this. So we were getting physical, matter of fact, last night, and she was like, oh shit, like, yeah, it's definitely a difference. So that is the other body part I've noticed that has definitely changed. It's very much more sensitive than it was before, and it's definitely had some growth to it. Let's go. So really, and the only other physical change that I've kind of noticed is I smell different. And I know people are probably like, what do you mean you smell different? Like, I don't, not that I smell bad, but I notice like when I sweat, I smell different than I did a couple weeks ago when I sweat. And when I use the restroom, it smells different. Like I feel like even though I'm drinking way more water, it just smells different. I know you're probably like, I don't know a better way to explain it, but it smells different. So that is something like my body chemistry. Like I can definitely tell, you know, my body chemistry is changing when I sweat. I smell different than I did before and things like that. So that's really basically it for the physical changes. Mental changes. And it's something I definitely have to be cognizant of. I don't give a fuck about anything. Like, I just don't care. Like, oh, you're crying? It don't faze me. Like, it's like nothing phases me. And before testosterone, I was an asshole anyway. I wasn't an emotional person, but I was kind of a little bit more in tune to people's feelings. And I'd be like, oh, that's sad. Like, hope you're okay. No, that's not it there anymore. So I have to be cognizant of how I'm responding to certain things, because I don't give a fuck, and then that's coming off. Like oh, you may have said, oh, you I mean, just hypothetically, hey T, you hurt my feelings, and I'm just like, dude, don't give a fuck. Like, and it's coming out versus me being like, oh, my bad, I mean, I really don't give a fuck, but sorry I did that. It's just like, dude, I don't give a fuck, and I didn't want to try to give a fuck. That's the one thing I will say. I'm trying to think what I'm horny, like horny, and I was a hornball before testosterone, but like it's a different type of horny. And it was funny because I called my brother and I said to him, I said, dude, like when you were going through puberty, were you like a hornball? Like I'm trying to, he was like, but dude, you're all like, that's normal. And I'm like, no, like it's not like normal, oh, I just want to do it. Like the best way I can describe it to him, I was like, you know, I feel like I want to have like disrespectful sex, but I'm married. He's like, what you mean disrespectful sex? And I'm like, dude, I just want to fuck and go about my business. Like if I could fuck my wife and put her out, then that would be perfect. And my brother was like, that's normal, you know, because you're not, you know, before you were like, oh, I want to make love to my wife. You know, I want to do it. I want to enjoy this. And he's like, no, with how you're feeling right now and what's going on, you're going to be like, dude, I just want a good nut. I'm going to fuck how I get it. I'm going to fuck who it's from. I mean, not that I would cheat or anything, but the act of getting to the nut, you don't care. You just want it. So that is a big, like, literally, I woke up and told my wife, like, I want some food and I want to fuck. Like, that, like, when I wake up in the morning, that is what's on my mind. So it's definitely, like, a different type of, horniness, but it is definitely there. Like if I can get it, even if I can't get it, I'm gonna try to get it. Like my wife was like, okay, leave me alone. Like you got some already, can you wait until after dinner? You know, it's like that. Other than that, I can do crowds now. I couldn't do crowds before. Like, I used to have like horrible anxiety when it came to crowds. Like I could go, but I was very tense. And yeah, I went to a concert, like thousands of people. And everybody who like normally knows I get antsy around crowds was like, dude, you're real chill. And I was like, no, I feel okay. I did notice that I can't really drink. Yeah, or party. I think that's the best way to say it. I can't be under the influence. Not that I get any more intoxicated than I normally would, but I'm an aggressive person normally, and I hadn't drank or anything like that, you know, since I started tea, and I had actually had a couple drinks, and my tolerance for bullshit is gone. Like I have no tolerance. So that normal aggression that's there, you know, somebody says something I don't like or somebody does something I don't like, I notice I'm more keen to say something or cause a confrontation where not that there normally wouldn't be, and not something I noticed before I kind of got into that situation. So I have to be careful. Like if I'm going to be out in a crowd or maybe go out sober, I may have a drink or two, but I probably wouldn't drink the way I know, you know, would normally going out. Other than that, Only other update is I literally, okay, so I'm gonna have to redo my shot video because that was the first time I ever did my shot with myself, first time I ever did shot period, when it came to testosterone. So it was a long process. I've literally gotten my shot down to the point I do it in the morning and I do it on the side of my bed, and I did it the second time I literally was okay. I kind of got it in my head. I was, from start to putting the band-aid on was less than 5 minutes, to the point my wife was like, oh shit, you're already done. Like, she was on the phone and hadn't even rolled over in the bed and I was done. So I'm gonna definitely redo that video because I've learned some things, even only doing 3 shots. Like the last shot I did Sunday, I had kept hearing people saying about the needle being dull, like dulling the needle. Well, I was running my mouth and prepping my shot, and when I pulled up the testosterone, I pulled up way more than I needed, because like I showed you guys, I have a 1 milliliter bottle, single use bottles, and I have a 0.5 milliliter dosage. So I had pulled up like 0.75 milliliters, and I was like, oh shit. And I didn't have anywhere to like put the rest of the testosterone that was extra testosterone, so I stuck it back into the bottle. And then I was okay, well, let me cap it, because I kind of got distracted. That was my fault. I was very distracted. And when I went to cap it, the tip of the needle just hit the plastic part of the little cap that goes on it. I didn't think no big deal of it, but when I stuck myself, I could feel the difference. That shit hurt. And that was the first time out of all of the shots I did that I felt that shit. I felt every piece of that needle. So definitely, you know, don't be distracted when you do it. So, but I definitely will update shot video. Just kind of go over some of the things that I learned in how quick it is now for me to do it. If you have any questions about anything that I may have missed, or anything that you're curious of, or anything you want me to go into a little deeper, definitely leave it in the comments. You know, don't forget to thumbs up, like, comment, all that good stuff, subscribe, and we'll be back.